Celia Faye Meisel here, creator of the Quantum Launch, coach for freedom-seeking online service providers and coaches, those who want to scale and grow online. So this message is directed toward you. Yesterday I created a post here on my Facebook page that you can go see if you haven't read it. It's about some of my entrepreneurial success secrets. But they're not secret for you. And I got a lot of great feedback on that post, both here and on Instagram. And so I wanted to continue the conversation with you all about this balancing the input and output, and also just shining some light on where I continuously see online coaches, online service providers getting lost. And this really applies to all business owners, but specifically being online is a very unique sort of business model that is often focused for coaches and service providers. It's often focused on your personality, on you being center stage, the front end of the business, and there's a lot of consciousness that's involved with being a super successful online business owner, okay? So here, we're going to get straight to it here. And so what I really see is this common problem over and over again, this void, is finding that happy medium between where the business is right now and the immediate tasks, the immediate things that have to happen to sustain the business and maintain the business, but at the same time grow the business to the next level and go to that next space. And so what happens is you get lost in the middle in this void of what's now, what's my present, my current reality, and what's also coming in my future reality. Now, because I teach quantum business, and so you're seeing me talk a lot about quantum launch and this term quantum, and what that means is we're moving out of the old 3D, the old paradigm of linear thinking, of like, that I can only do one thing at a time, and just very just old thought patterns, old ways of thinking that are really outdated. And it's funny because I see so many spiritual people talking a lot about how quantum, you may associate that with 5D, and how 5D is different, and we create differently, and we manifest differently, and then we do these energy exercises. But if you don't have business strategies that actually work with that energy, and it's all just energy work, you're not going to get results. So this is like the nuts and bolts business side of it. So what are those immediate things you're talking about, Celia? I mean, you might be asking yourself, what are those immediate things? Well, the first thing is your coaching, your clients, your people that you're immediately working with, making sure that they have exactly what they need, and that you are being responsible and being accountable with your role as a coach or a service provider, okay? So that's that one aspect. But then there's also measuring the goals for your business. What are your revenue goals? Are you looking at those revenue goals? What are they? And what are your just daily responsibilities for maintaining the business, maintaining your client load, but also do you have a certain amount of sales and revenue that you need to bring in as well? Or what are your program launch goals? All of those things that are a part of the immediate business. But then at the same time, the business is always going to be going into its next evolution, into its next phase. And so what is that next level that you see for yourself? And how can you be building and growing and satisfying the current needs of the business in a way that also fulfills and satisfies the next level of the business? Because that's truly where genius strategy comes in. Very, very high level, very smart strategy comes in. And so I work with clients who are startups. They're new. And so we're balancing these front end things of the sales and their offer, but then we also have to get these back end pieces in place, such as the contracts and the agreements and the pricing and all of those elements of their offer, getting those perfected, and then moving into the messaging and the consistent marketing of their business and the consistent selling. So depending on where you are, it could be that you're getting the setup phase going, but then you're also focusing on that first client that you're going to get. Or some of my clients have their pro bono clients that they're working with. And so there's work to be done with that, but then also getting into that next step that you're not going to always be in that place where you can only handle 1 or 2 clients because you have a full-time job, or you're still in your training certification. So looking for that next level vision and that next level sort of, just that next level iteration of your business that you see for yourself is really, really so important. And then bringing that through in your daily actions, so you're always raising yourself up vibrationally within the business. And if you can master this, if you can master the immediate tasks versus bringing in the next level vision and seeing that for yourself, like, you have a huge advantage, both in your consciousness and your energy and just in your business itself, because that's really where you're going to be able to scale and grow. You're going to be able to bring on team members, and you're going to be able to bring on multiple team members in the future. Like, it goes on and on and on. And so there is a level of, when we talk about quantum, there is a level of like higher level guidance, being able to listen to your inner guidance, being able to see that vision that you have for yourself, and then also having a support system in place, whether it's a coach or a community, a paid community where people are actually invested, not a free community where people are trying to market and sell their stuff, but actual people that are also in that same place with you, that you can talk about your business and even get feedback from a mentor. Like, that's really also that element that's so important, to have that mirror back at you of where the business is headed, so you can see and be growing. Because with an online business, the sky is the limit. But again, this void that I'm talking about, I see so many entrepreneurs caught in that, where they don't really know how to maintain, let alone grow and scale. And you're always going to be working toward that next level. I just want to hit on something really fast. It's not, seeing the next level is not about sell, and market. And that's why I really addressed at the beginning, your immediate needs are serving those immediate clients that you have, and those immediate, responsibilities that you have within your business. And then, as you do that, you're scaling, and that's really where that next level sales and that next level marketing comes in. And there are coaches out there who are in a space where they're always selling and they're always marketing, they're always kind of going to the next thing and not really holding that integrity piece to making sure that their clients are satisfied. So that's where that relationship with the client and the coach is a two-way street. The coach isn't the one who's responsible for getting the client's results, but the client also has to know the questions and has to carry that responsibility within their own selves of being responsible and doing the work and showing up, right? So it's a dance, and coaching, it's a relationship. It's so much in a relationship. So to grow and scale your business, you have to have sales and marketing in there. But when you get lost in that next level vision being about the new technology and like the new tool and like the new thing and like, oh, I better do Facebook ads and oh, I better do all of these things, that's where, again, that void will come in, because there's a detachment happening between what actually needs to happen. So in my business and my coaching, I teach very much connection-centered sales and marketing. I teach low-tech sales and marketing. So it's very much about removing all of those mental obstacles and those mental pieces that are, those doubting beliefs about what sales and marketing actually is, and what it does for you as a service provider and a coach, and what it does for the client, because there's just a lot of confusion around that. So there's a big chunk of work to be done with all of my clients to varying degrees about removing those false beliefs around what sales and marketing actually is. and then inputting the actual, just the strategy. And I'm always telling my clients, like, hey, you know, when we get through this part, like this is like the energy stuff, and the belief stuff is actually like the heaviness. It's when you get into flow and you get out there and you're just inputting the strategies into your business, that's where you start to see epic results. And, you know, selling out a program, or, you know, hitting 3/4 of your goal in a very short amount of time, and just like the inspiration and in the spiritual community, the downloads and all of that stuff, just that fuel and that inner fire to keep growing, but also the ebb and the flow where you're relaxing and you're stepping back and you're, you know, enjoying the creative process. So, you know, that's really what it entails, because online business is so creative, you know. And Jay Abraham, famous business coach, also Russell Brunson, they both talk about how your knowledge is your highest level of value that you have to deliver. So when you learn how to take your experience and really turn it into a transformational how process, which is your offer, and then deliver that to your clients, it's just, you know, the sky is really the limit for what you can do in terms of revenue and sales and growth. But it's about that, you being in that space of really high performance, high integrity, and not getting lost in the void. Don't get lost. Don't fall for it. Okay. So again, input versus output, what you're putting into yourself every day, what you're feeding yourself, and then, you know, making sure that you have everything that you need, so that when you're doing all of these output things, which is basically all that I talked about today, you know, you're feeling really balanced, and you're feeling really satisfied, and feeling really nurtured. So if what I talked about today resonated and you are lost in the void, like this is you, and you don't want to perpetuate that pattern, reach out to me, send me a PM, comment below, let's connect. Let's see if or how my coaching is a good fit for you. You know, if I can be of service to you, because I'm here to support my clients to get exponential growth and just incredible results and change lives. You know, I'm witnessing people who have just spent years and months, you know, focusing on a dream and not really knowing how to get to that next level, whether, you know, they haven't had the aligned coach and that quantum support, or they've been taking the courses and they don't really know how to coach themselves. Because when you're signing up for a lot of courses, it means that you know how to coach yourself, right? Because when you're taking a course, you don't have a coach unless that's extra, you know, that's provided. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you found this helpful and if this brought value to you, to your infinite empowerment. This is Celia Faye Meisel, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.